Boys, it's time to talk Arsenal. Hello guys, DJ Bagpuss here, and you may remember me from an Arsenal Liverpool video that I did a couple of weeks ago, which was basically a rant. Yeah, I wasn't particularly happy after the Liverpool Arsenal game at Anfield, and I decided to film my reaction to it and put it up on YouTube, and you guys smashed it and made it my most popular video ever, so thank you so much for that. And I'm ready now to talk about Arsenal. You know, I've never thought I would say this ever as a football fan, but I love the international break. This international break was amazing. Yeah, I mean, only at Arsenal we can actually love the international break. It is absolutely crazy. But yeah, the international break I think came at a perfect time. It gave us as Arsenal fans to relax, to forget about all the demons, all of the anger, the hatred, everything like that. We all forgot about it. You know, we took a break and I just relaxed. I sat back, I had some fun, I cleansed my soul. You know, I relaxed, I sat back, and I just enjoyed not having to think about Arsenal. I was kind of like, if you're in a relationship, right, and you have a break, like, you know, you still love that person and you're still with that person, but you know, you might have had like a blistering row or something, and you know, you say, right, let's just have a break, let's just, you know, split away from each other for a couple of days, maybe even a week or two, and then we come back and we're bigger and better than ever before. That's what I did with Arsenal. You know, I had basically a break from them. I was forced into that break, but, you know, it was a break that we had, and now I'm coming back, and I still love Arsenal, and we're coming back bigger, better, stronger than ever, hopefully. But, you know, even when you're on a break, you kind of like to see what the other person is doing, and kind of what, you know, is going on with that other person. So, obviously, I was still looking at what was going on with Arsenal, particularly with deadline day. We're going to address that as well in this video. And now, with the Premier League kick-starting again tomorrow, which I'm actually excited for. You know, it's great that the Premier League is back. You know, I think it's now time to discuss and look ahead to the future of what we can expect from Arsenal. So as you see from the title, I'm also going to be discussing in this video what Arsene Wenger needs to do to save Arsenal Football Club, because I think there's a couple of things that he needs to do. But before that, we're going to discuss what's happened since the game at Anfield. So, yeah, also, if you saw my Premier League August review, my Living in the Prem series, which started on my channel, I'll leave a link to it in the description. Tell me, is it a podcast? Is it a football vlog? I don't really know what it is, if I'm being perfectly honest. You know, I don't know if it's a podcast or whatever. I don't really know what to call it. It's just us talking about football, and I don't, you know, it's the only show where I don't speak about Arsenal, because I'm saving Arsenal just for this video as well. So smash the like, subscribe channel if you're new around here and all this good stuff. And let's discuss what has happened with Arsenal since the game at Anfield, where we lost 4-0. And, you know, some people will be saying, you know, looking at the title, that us as Arsenal fans were overreacting as usual. You know, you know, things are not as bad as it seems. You know, we're only the fourth game into this new season. Just relax. You know, take a breather. You're overreacting, and you know, we get that a lot. I had a couple of people tweet me, and you know, in the comment section below, saying that, you know, Arsenal fans at the minute are pathetic, but it's not just what we saw at Anfield. It's something that has been happening for many, many years. I mean, this is my 10th season at Arsenal. You know, I've been supporting Arsenal since 2008, my 10th season, and I think over the 10 years, like, I'd say I was pretty much Wenger in. I've supported Arsenal. I didn't really get angry and upset until, I would say, around about 2013, and then I had kind of, I'd say, 2 seasons where I wasn't particularly happy. I was still Wenger in, but after, you know, we paid off the debt to the Emirates, I was starting to get a little bit frustrated, shall we say. And then I say over the last 2 seasons, 15-16 and 16-17, I've become Wenger out, and I'm now getting very, very frustrated with the club. And what I saw on Sunday, I mean, I was so upset, I was so angry, you know, because it was just like, I don't mind if Arsenal lose, and I'll reiterate this point all the time. I don't mind if Arsenal lose. It's just the manner, it's the way that we lost that game, and it's just that, you know, we're singing the same song. You know, we're on the same hymn sheet, and we're singing the same song over and over again. And what we want to sing is a brand new song. We want a brand new track in our lives. You know, it's like the beauty of music, right? You know, you might have a song like that you love, that you constantly listen to over and over again, but you do listen to other songs, because if you just had that one song, you'd get bored, you get frustrated, you get angry. So that's why we have brand new songs to kind of make us enjoy. I don't know where this analogy is going, but you get my idea. We're singing from the same song. We want something new, we want something fresh, and we want to be competitive. So let's discuss what happened with Arsenal, and more importantly on deadline day, because it was quite funny how deadline day happened, really, particularly if you're an Arsenal fan. I was editing Living in the Prem on deadline day. I couldn't actually get it out on deadline day, and I recorded it the day before, so I was kind of predicting what was going to happen on deadline day. And surprisingly, every prediction that I made for deadline day actually didn't happen. So, but you can't get everything right. But I was editing the Living in the Prem, and I was checking my phone just to see like developments and what was going on during the day as the day kind of progressed. And it was funny at Arsenal because, Arsene Wenger has said all season that he wasn't going to sell Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is gone. He said that Alexis Sanchez wasn't for sale and he wasn't going to sell him, particularly to a main rival. And Sanchez almost joined Manchester City, and it is really, really funny actually, because what happened is that Alexis Sanchez was told by Arsene Wenger that you're not going to leave. Oxlade-Chamberlain must have had a discussion with Arsene Wenger on the morning, because then Oxlade-Chamberlain says, I'm not going to go to Chelsea, I'm going to go to Liverpool. He goes to Liverpool for 40 million. So, Arsenal have got 40 million coming into the club. And, Arsene Wenger's thinking, great, yeah, that's brilliant. Manchester City, I think Pep Guardiola and Arsene Wenger must have had a phone call with each other, because Pep Guardiola says, I'll offer you 60 million for Alexis Sanchez. So, Arsene Wenger's now got 100 million coming into the club. And you're thinking, right, that's great, but I now need to get myself a replacement for Alexis Sanchez. Let's go for Thomas Lemar, who we've been trying to get all summer, all season. And it's crazy, because when the news came through that we'd bid 92 million for Thomas Lemar, I was like, whoa, what's going on? 92 million? What's happened to Arsene Wenger? What's going on? Why has he bid 92 million? That's incredible. Arsene Wenger never bids that high, and it was going to smash. Lacazette was our club record, who we got for 52 million, and he was going to go 40 million over. But it's very clever, right? It's very, very clever what happened, because what happened is that he was going to get 100 million in from Oxlade-Chamberlain and Alexis Sanchez. 92 million, you still made £8 million profit. So you're technically only paying £8 million for Thomas Lemar, because you've got you've got 100 million in the bank. You're taking out 92 million. You still got 8 million as a profit, and we've already got 200 million in the war chest. So he's actually making a profit, and he thinks the only way I'm going to get Thomas Lemar is put in that hefty kind of transfer, the fee out to Thomas Lemar, and he might accept. And then Sanchez can go to City. We've lost Ox to Liverpool. Happy days. Good night, Vienna. And the most funny thing about all of that is Thomas Lemar rejected the offer for 92 million, because he says Arsenal's not competitive anymore. So after all of that, Arsenal's like, oh no, what we're going to do? Right, Sanchez, you're not going anywhere. You're not going to Manchester City. You're staying put. And I mean, we kept Mesut Ozil, we've kept Alexis Sanchez, we've brought in Kolasinac, and we brought in Alexandre Lacazette. So on paper, great. We've kept our two best players, or 1.5, because Ozil is probably not a world class player. But we've kept our best player. A top quality player in Mesut Ozil when he wants to be. We've only lost Oxlade-Chamberlain. That's great. As Stan Kroenke and Ivan Gazidis said, it's been a superb transfer window. No, it's not, because you're going over and you're breaking promises that you made right at the start of the season. Now, Oxlade-Chamberlain is an interesting also kind of story that came out, because many Arsenal fans have called him Judas, called him a prick, said that he's just a bit of a wanker. I don't really have those type of words to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I'll tell you for what, I would have been angry and upset if he had gone to Chelsea, because it's a London rival. It's a straight swap for a London rival. I would have got very, very annoyed at that, particularly as Oxlade-Chamberlain does not like Chelsea. And it is quite funny, Chelsea have been banded off in this transfer window, almost getting themselves Ross Barkley. The deal didn't go through, almost got Oxlade-Chamberlain, the deal didn't go through. So, they have been shafted royally. But Oxlade-Chamberlain was about to sign for Chelsea. I was like, do you know what? I fancy going to Liverpool, actually. I feel like, we've been battered by Liverpool 4-0. I want a taste of that. So I want to go to Liverpool. And he signs for 40 million. Now, Oxlade-Chamberlain is a good player. He's going to be a great England player. The surface that he's going to put for England. He's going to grow up to be a fantastic asset to our country, and he is a great player. But he's been at Arsenal 6 years, and he's had, I'd say, one really good season. Like, he's had one very, very decent season. But the other 5, he's been, like, ridiculed with injury. You know, he has constantly been mediocre. Like, you know, has he been that kind of player like Sanchez that we say, well, without Oxlade-Chamberlain, we wasn't going to win that game? You know, he's had flashes of brilliance, but he's had moments, and they're only moments. And, like, you know, I think of the Community Shield against Chelsea a couple of seasons ago, against Crystal Palace in the Premier League in 2013-14 when he scored 2 amazing goals. You know, West Ham last season at the London Stadium when he scored that absolutely sensational goal. You know, this is a player who has had flashes of brilliance, probably one decent season, and has turned around and said, I want to play at more competitive level. He's not wrong. Liverpool are in a better position than us at the minute, and they are more competitive. Like, hands down, I can understand why. And fair play to him. You know, we offered him 180 grand a week. He turned that down, and he's gone to Liverpool for 130 grand a week. A 60k like loss of money that he would have got Arsenal going to Liverpool. So it's not about money. He just feels like Arsenal are not competitive anymore, and he says that, you know, Jurgen Klopp is a great manager, and that is what he wants. So it kind of shows that Arsene Wenger isn't really cutting the cloth at the minute in terms of, you know, from what Oxlade-Chamberlain says. And is he wrong? No, to a certain extent, he's not wrong. But, you know, like with Van Persie, I mean, if you go to Chelsea, you're just dead to me anyway, because you're going to a London club. And, like, if you go to Spurs, you're dead to me. If you go to United, you're also dead to me. But I kind of like Liverpool. Man City, I don't mind either, you know. But, you know, with Van Persie, he said, you know, quite specifically that he wasn't going to leave Arsenal Football Club. And he left. So, in my eyes, I'm thinking, well, you know, Oxlade-Chamberlain didn't sign a contract. We knew that he was going to leave. Arsene Wenger said that he's not going anywhere, but we knew Oxlade-Chamberlain wanted to leave. So it's not Oxlade-Chamberlain's fault. If anything, it's Arsene Wenger's fault. But, you know, good luck to you, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. You think you're going to play in the centre of midfield for Liverpool? Dream on. You're going to be playing down the right-hand side, just where you've played for Arsenal for, you know, the last couple of years. And you don't have a signified position. Like, come on, you don't. You've played right wing back, right mid, left mid, centre forward, central midfield. He's played left back once for us as well, like in an FA Cup game. Who knows where he's going to play? Good luck to him at Liverpool. You know, it would just be, you know, absolute banter if he like become a great player, scored 20 goals for Liverpool, and like, you know, sailed them to, you know, success, and they are looking very, very decent. So you know, good luck to you, Oxlade-Chamberlain. I do have a level of respect for you. I don't think you're an absolute bellend like most Arsenal fans think at the minute. But what does Arsene Wenger now need to do to save Arsenal? We've had deadline day. We've now got players. You know, we've got Sanchez at least till January. And I do think he's going to put in 110%. I can't see him, you know, not putting everything into Arsenal Football Club, because I don't think he's going to be at Arsenal for too much longer. You know, I kind of feel like he will go in January. I could be wrong. I said he was going to go this summer. I keep toying in between. But now that we've got him till January, and, you know, he's put on Instagram, you know, time to prepare with the Arsenal number 7 shirt, I think he's going to do well for Arsenal, and I think he's going to put in 100%. But it's not just Sanchez. There is a number of problems at Arsenal Football Club right now, and this is what Arsene Wenger needs to do, what he needs to address to kind of get us back to some kind of flow, to some winning ways, you know, something like that. That is what we need right now. And the first thing he needs to do is find your formation, right? 3 at the back, I don't think is working anymore. He tried to take a leaf out of Chelsea's book, and it kind of worked towards the end of last season. We went on that great run. We only lost to Crystal Palace during that 3 at the back spell, but, you know, we've lost to Stoke, we've lost to Liverpool playing it now. I don't think, you know, we don't know how to play 3 at the back. I really don't. You know, you watch Chelsea, how drilled they are. You know, they know what they're doing, they know their areas, and they're superb in doing so. We don't know how to play it 3 at the back, and I think he needs to go for a more conventional 4 at the back, something that we know, you know, as DT says, and I completely back him on this one, go to a 4-3-1-2. I would actually like to see a conventional, maybe a 4-4-2. You know, maybe with like Lacazette, Giroud up top, Sanchez on the left-hand side, or Lacazette, Sanchez up front. I think we need to go back to basics. We need to re-drill the stuff, you know, the stuff that comes to you in your head. You know, the easy stuff is the stuff that we're struggling with. We need to go back to basics and re-drill, you know, the stuff that, you know, you perfect, we need to now make to perfection. So we need to find our right formation. And once we've got our right formation, right, if Arsene Wenger is going to persist with this three at the back, which it looks like he's going to do, then you need to pick players and play them in the same and correct position. You know, Kolasinac is a left wing back, so I don't know. Here's an idea. You know, just a suggestion, really. I mean, what do I know? I don't know anything about football, but here's a suggestion: play Kolasinac in left wing back, play Bellerin in right wing back. You've got Mertesacker, Koscielny, Mustafi, Holding. Play them in the centre back roles. You've got Ramsey and Xhaka. Play them in central midfield. You know, you've got the likes. You know, play Sanchez up top. Put Ozil in the right because he always enters into that number 10 row. You know, we need to be able to look at the team sheet and predict what the players are going to be and what positions they're going to be. And, you know, at Chelsea, you see it like last season, you could predict Chelsea's starting 11. They were all in the correct position and you knew where they were going to be. Like, you know, it's not rocket science. With Arsenal, you know, we're constantly predicting what team, what players are going to play, what positions are they going to, you know, take to the field. And we're always here scratching our heads, not knowing what positions he's actually going to play. So that's what he needs to do. He needs to find his formation, find his best 11, and stick to that. Stop constantly changing because you can't get any consistency going in the team. So, like, that is, like, tactically what you've got to do. And also, you've got to change your tactics during the game. We've been saying this for so many, many years. But, like, Arsene, away from home, you cannot just, you know, do this ticky-tacky, passing around, trying to break through the team, out-pass player away from home. And you've shown it in the past at Manchester City, at Chelsea in the FA Cup. You can adapt your tactics, and it's naivety because you're not respecting the opposition. At Liverpool, we should have had 2 banks of 4, or either play maybe a 5-3-2, you know, constantly, you know, stopping the game, getting in, you know, stopping Liverpool's high press, getting over that initial 25 minutes of a demolition job that Liverpool constantly love to do, and then play on the counter. And he has none of that. He constantly plays the same game, whether we're playing, you know, Sutton or whether we're playing Man United. You've got to adapt, you've got to change, and you've done it in the past. You've got to go back and do it. You know, stop trying to make life easy for yourself by playing the same team, doing the same things. You've got to constantly change. You've got to constantly adapt. If I uploaded, say for example, on this YouTube channel, if I uploaded the same video every single week, you guys would get bored of it. You'd unsubscribe to me, and I would not have a following because I'm just uploading the same stuff over and over and over again. You know, what I'm doing is similar. Like, football is very similar. You know, it's the same aesthetics. You know, I'm doing vlogs, I'm doing podcasts, but there is something different about each and every video. You know, not one video is the same as another most of the time. And Arsene Wenger needs to adapt, needs to change. You're never ever going to be successful unless you change and adapt, and it's just something that he needs to do. And he also needs to sort out the Barneys with the team. I've heard so many like reports and rumours of players having bust-ups in the tunnel. Like, you're the manager of Arsenal Football Club. Sort out the dressing room. Get everyone around, you know, in a circle. Get some marshmallows. You know, go to like a campfire, one of those exercises that, you know, teams do. You know, these team bonding exercises. And say, you know, I'm the manager. If you've got a problem, say it to my face. And if you've got a problem, we need to get this sorted here and now. He needs to show some bottle. Like, he really does. He needs to show some bottle. And he needs to kind of, you know, sort out these problems. You know, if Koscielny and Sanchez are at each other's throats, say, right, what are you unhappy with Koscielny? What are you unhappy with Sanchez? You know, you're professional footballers, your teammates, you need to get along, otherwise you're out the door. It's as simple as that. Put your foot down, show some fight, show some bottle. That's what you need to do. And, like, Arsene Wenger's got to show some bottle. He's got to sort out the Barneys with the team. He's got to be more emotional. He's got to be more ruthless. He's got to be more strong. And then he needs to tactically, you know, there's not a lot, right? Arsenal are in chaos, are in ruins at this particular moment. But they're not far away. You know, you just have to change a number of things, you know, and get some consistency going. If we win the next kind of 8-9 games on the spin, then it's great. You know, you've got this. You're on point. You're on fire. Like, you've got this. Like, once you get a bit of consistency running in the team, once you get some results on the ball, once you kind of start to change your tactics, the fans will notice the differences. And, you know, all of this hostility and negativity will start to fade away, and we can actually get back to enjoying Arsenal. And lastly, the biggest thing that Arsenal need, and something that we're going to constantly keep being on eggshells, you know, we might go for a decent run, but we're always going to be kind of on the edge of our seats just waiting for it to go on, and that is because we need Stan Kroenke to leave Arsenal Football Club. Like, have you heard what he said this week in terms of his comments? He says that I'm not putting a penny of my money into Arsenal Football Club. We need to be stable. We're not going to spend as much money as the Manchester clubs and Chelsea. We need to be a stable force, and we're going to, you know, try to win the Premier League the way that Leicester did. Are you insane? You are insane, Stan Kroenke. Leicester was a fantastic achievement, but it was a one-off, right? You're not going to do that. You know, you're not going to compete with the big boys and actually overtake them by winning that way. Leicester was a freak. You know, it shouldn't have happened. How it happened, we don't know. Lots of the managers, lots of the big clubs were in chaos. They weren't performing to their full potential, and Leicester took full advantage of that. It should have been the season where we won it, but you're not going to win the Premier League. Like, you can, you know, wish on a star and hope that it catches something, but, you know, that's fantasy. That's not going to work. To win the Premier League, you've got to spend lots of money. I mean, this was a transfer window where, you know, 200 million is a starting price, you know, and we're the only club, I think, in like the whole of the English Football League that has actually made a profit, that actually made more money than we've actually like disposed of. Like, what are you doing, Stan Kroenke? He knows nothing about football. He doesn't care about winning trophies. It's all about keeping his head above water, and, you know, all about the financial equity of the club. Like, get out of our club. You are poisonous. You are toxic. You know, Arsene Wenger is at the helm. But if Stan Kroenke's saying you can't spend any of my money, then Arsene Wenger's hands are tied. And, like, you know, you need to kind of have it out with Stan Kroenke. And as soon as someone buys his shares, as soon as Stan Kroenke gets out of the club, that's when we can start to do, you know, draw a brand new chapter, a fresh age, and start to kind of, you know, build Arsenal back up to being competitive giants. But, you know, there are things we could do right now that Arsene Wenger needs to do off and on the pitch to kind of get Arsenal back to winning ways. But in the long run, you know, we're not going to see us competing for the Premier League or the Champions League. Instead, Stan Kroenke is out of Arsenal Football Club. And us as fans need to constantly voice our opinion until Stan Kroenke is out of Arsenal Football Club. So that's kind of my thoughts on what Arsene Wenger needs to do to save Arsenal Football Club. I just wanted to make a video about this, and there's going to be another Arsenal video tomorrow, and I'm also going to be, you know, doing the analysing Arsenal, reflecting to whatever the score is between Arsenal and Bournemouth. We really should win this game. I hope we win this game. We have to win this game, but it's Arsenal. Who knows what's going to happen. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you've enjoyed. Subscribe channel if you're new around here, and I shall speak to you very, very soon. Until next time, I shall see you later. Goodbye. See you later. Take care.